Chosen one, listen closely. What I'm about to reveal is something 99% of people will never understand. Tonight, a cosmic event is shifting energies in ways that will change your life forever, but only for those who are ready to see it. Secrets that were hidden, doors that were locked, and truths that were buried deep inside you are now coming to light. You will feel it in your mind, your heart, and your soul. A power you didn't know you had. Opportunities appearing out of nowhere, and clarity that will cut through every doubt you've ever carried. But here's the catch. Most people will miss this completely. Only the ones who pay attention, who notice the subtle signs, will step into the next level of their life. So, if you feel the pull, if your inner knowing is stirring, comment below right now and let me know you're ready to receive what the universe is sending. This message isn't for everyone, but it's for you, chosen one. The first and most unmistakable after effect of the December 6th supermoon is the sudden and dramatic shift in your inner compass. It does not happen slowly, and it does not ask for your permission. It happens like a quiet internal click, as if an invisible force reached into your life and finally turned something that had been off-center for far too long. You may wake up and feel an unusual sense of clarity, even if nothing in your external environment has changed. You may feel a pull towards something unfamiliar, a quiet nudge guiding you in a direction you didn't fully consider before. Or you may feel a strong urge to step away from things that once felt comfortable, predictable, or familiar. This is not confusion. This is realignment. The supermoon didn't just light up the sky. It illuminated the places inside you where you have been out of sync with your truth. Places where you've been forcing yourself to stay. People you've been trying to please. Paths you've been walking even though your spirit has been whispering that they were no longer meant for you. This realignment begins subtly. A shift in thought. A sudden discomfort where you once felt tolerance. An unexpected drop in your desire to keep repeating the same cycles. An inner voice that grows louder, firmer, clearer. And then it becomes impossible to ignore. The part of you that used to accept things that drained you suddenly refuses to bend anymore. The part of you that doubted yourself starts to fade. And the part of you that quietly believed you were made for something bigger finally begins to rise, demanding space, attention, and expression. Your desires change. Your priorities rearrange themselves. Your standards elevate almost overnight. People around you may not understand what's happening. They may accuse you of changing too quickly, pulling away, or becoming cold. They may try to pull you back into old roles or expect you to behave as you always have. But this time, the shift is too deep, too real, too aligned. You are not shutting down. You are upgrading. You are not withdrawing. You are recalibrating. You are not being distant. You are becoming aligned with the version of yourself you were always meant to grow into. This supermoon corrected something at the core of your being, something that had been misaligned for months, maybe even years. You can feel the difference not because something outside of you changed, but because something inside you finally clicked into place. After this night, you will find it nearly impossible to force yourself into spaces that shrink you. It will feel unnatural to keep playing small, to ignore your intuition, or to hold on to relationships that no longer fit the person you are becoming. Your capacity for truth has increased. Your tolerance for anything less than alignment has decreased. Your inner compass has been rewired and corrected. The old map no longer applies to your new direction. And once your compass points toward your authentic path, there is no going back. Not now. Not after this supermoon. you have stepped onto a truer trajectory. And from this point forward, every choice, every shift, and every step will reflect the powerful realignment taking place within you. The second after effect of the December 6 supermoon arrives quietly, but hits deeply. It is the emotional shedding that comes in waves, often without warning, and almost always at the exact moment you least expect it. This after effect surprises many people because it feels sudden, almost like someone reached into your chest and gently loosened the knots you've been holding for years. You may wake up with old memories drifting to the surface, not in the same painful, heavy way they used to, but as if you're watching them through a softer lens. The sharp edges are gone. The emotional charge is weaker. The pain no longer grips you in the same way. It feels distant, muted, almost as though it belongs to another lifetime. This is not random. This is not nostalgia. This is the supermoon dissolving emotional debris that your spirit has been trying to release for far too long. You may find yourself crying unexpectedly, but the tears feel different. They don't come from sadness or overwhelm. They come from release, from relief, from the quiet recognition that something inside you is finally letting go. You may feel a sudden wave of peace, even if your circumstances haven't changed. You may notice that situations that once triggered you barely affect you now. Conversations that would have sent you into anxiety or frustration suddenly feel manageable, maybe even unimportant. This is emotional weight breaking off, layer by layer. For months, or maybe years, you've been carrying things that were never meant to stay with you forever. Guilt that wasn't yours to carry. Expectations that were placed on your shoulders before you even had the chance to understand who you really were. Responsibilities that belonged to others, but somehow became your burden. Pain from people who didn't know how to love you in the way you deserved. The supermoon broke the energetic attachments holding all of that in place, and now those weights fall away in small pieces, like old armor cracking and dropping to the ground. This shedding does not happen all at once. It comes in cycles. You may feel light one moment and reflective the next. You may feel emotionally open one day and deeply introspective the day after. But every wave serves a purpose. Every release opens space. Every shift moves you closer to the version of yourself that is trying to emerge. Pay attention to these emotional changes, even the subtle ones. When old memories resurface without pain, that is healing. When your reactions soften, that is growth. When your heart feels calmer, that is alignment. Every tear you shed now is not a breakdown. It is a breakthrough. It is a signal that your identity is evolving. Your emotional landscape is being cleared so your future can finally take root. You are not becoming weaker. You are becoming lighter. You are not falling apart. You are shedding what was never meant to stay. Your heart is being prepared for what is coming next. The space created through this emotional release is where your next chapter will grow. And once this shedding finishes its cycles, you will look back and realize that the supermoon didn't take anything from you. It freed you. The third after effect of the December 6 supermoon is one that can change the entire structure of your life. Relationship clarity. When the supermoon's energy settles, one of the first things it illuminates is the truth about the people around you. Why they are in your life, what they bring to it, and whether they are aligned with your next chapter. This clarity may show up suddenly. A conversation feels different. Someone's tone catches your attention. A pattern you once shrugged off now stands out like a flashing warning sign. At the same time, people who genuinely care about you show their support more openly. Their encouragement feels sincere, their presence feels grounding, and their energy feels safe. This is not coincidence. This is exposure. The supermoon acts like an energetic spotlight. It exposes what has been hidden beneath the surface. It reveals intentions, loyalties, jealousy, admiration, and authenticity. You may notice that people who truly value you become more present. They reach out, they listen, they support, they celebrate your growth instead of feeling threatened by it. On the other hand, people who envy you or quietly resent your progress may grow distant. They may become irritated over small things, withdraw without explanation, or react strangely to your successes. They may show passive resistance, subtle competition, or unexpected coldness. These changes are not random. They are the surfacing of underlying truths that were always there. The supermoon amplifies intuition as well. You begin picking up on energies that you used to overlook. You sense whose presence elevates you and whose presence drains you. You notice micro-behaviors, inconsistencies, emotional red flags, and the unspoken tension between what someone says and how they act. This is an energetic sorting. It is preparing your circle for the next phase of your life. People who cannot go where you are heading begin to drift away. Sometimes the distance grows naturally. Sometimes misunderstandings arise. Sometimes the connection simply fades without conflict. And while this may feel uncomfortable, it is not a loss, it is protection. Let them fall away. Let the path divide where it needs to. The supermoon does not remove people to punish you or leave you lonely. It removes people so you do not carry unnecessary weight into the future you are stepping into. Some personalities, energies, or intentions are not compatible with your growth. Some individuals cannot support the level of clarity, purpose, and transformation you are entering. At the same time, people who belong in your story begin moving closer. You may reconnect with someone unexpectedly. You may meet a new person who feels familiar, safe, or aligned. You may strengthen a bond that had been overlooked or undervalued. These individuals show up with honesty, generosity, and sincerity. They are not intimidated by your growth. They are inspired by it. Every shift in your relationships after December 6th is divinely orchestrated. Every change is revealing alignment or misalignment. Every person moving toward or away from you is part of a larger plan unfolding. You are not losing people. You are being aligned with the right ones. The ones meant for you. The ones who match your frequency. The ones who will walk with you into the future you are now preparing to claim. The supermoon showed you the truth. Now, you get to choose what to do with that clarity. The fourth after effect of the December 6th supermoon is one of the most noticeable because it transforms how you think, how you respond, and how you carry yourself in ways that even you cannot fully explain. It shows up suddenly, sometimes overnight, and it feels like someone reached inside you and flipped a switch you didn't realize had been off. You may wake up feeling stronger, clearer, and more grounded. The thoughts that used to drain you no longer hold the same influence. The doubts that once circled in your mind quiet down. The fear that kept you small feels weaker. The supermoon didn't just shift the sky, it shifted your mental landscape. The surge of personal power begins subtly. You say no more easily. You speak up without overthinking. You make decisions without needing approval. You start trusting your instincts more than other people's opinions. For the first time in a long time, you feel like you are sitting in the driver's seat of your own life. This change may surprise you because of how effortlessly it arrives. One day, you feel tired, overwhelmed, maybe even unsure of your direction. And then the next day, something inside you clicks. A calm authority rises. A mental sharpness returns. A confidence you forgot you had begins to rebuild itself from the inside out. This is not random motivation. This is energetic activation. The supermoon awakened a part of you that had been dimmed by stress, responsibility, disappointment, or emotional exhaustion. It reignited your inner fire, the part of you that knows who you are, what you deserve, and what you are capable of. The part you may have silenced to avoid conflict, to stay comfortable, or to keep the peace. Now that this power is awake, it refuses to go dormant again. You begin standing up for yourself without guilt. You begin setting boundaries without apology. You begin choosing your peace over pleasing others. You begin moving differently because you think differently. You begin thinking differently because you finally feel aligned with yourself again. This surge of strength shows up in your decisions, your habits, your goals, and even your presence. You walk with more purpose. You speak with more certainty. You choose with more clarity. You no longer tolerate what drains you or question your worth when faced with challenges. People around you may not understand this shift. Some may feel intimidated. Some may feel confused. Some may wonder why you are no longer bending or compromising the way you used to. But this shift isn't for them. It's for you. You are not becoming hard. You are becoming solid. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming self-centered in the healthiest way. You are not becoming stubborn. You are finally honoring your truth. This transformation is one of the supermoon's greatest gifts, the return of your personal power. Your mind becomes sharper, your emotional resilience strengthens, and your belief in yourself deepens. And once your power turns back on, you cannot dim it for anyone. Not for comfort, not for fear, and definitely not for the sake of keeping the old version of your life alive. The world around you may look the same, but you are not the same person walking through it. The supermoon awakened something permanent inside you. This strength is here to stay. The fifth after effect of the December 6th supermoon is subtle at first, but once it settles in, there is no mistaking it. Your intuition becomes sharper, louder, and far more accurate than ever before. It no longer arrives as a faint whisper or a vague feeling. Instead, it moves through you like a clear internal signal, steady, grounded, and unmistakable. You may notice this shift in small everyday moments. You start sensing things before they happen, knowing without proof that something is coming. You begin recognizing patterns faster, seeing connections that were once hidden. You catch inconsistencies in words, behavior, or energy instantly. You can feel the truth behind what someone says, even if they try to disguise it. This is not imagination. This is activation. The supermoon heightened your emotional and spiritual sensitivity, tuning your inner radar to a higher level. It aligned your mind, heart, and instincts so precisely that your inner knowing becomes almost impossible to ignore. You begin making faster, more confident decisions. You begin trusting your gut more than outside advice, and you naturally pull away from situations that would have led to stress, disappointment, or danger. What used to feel like uncertainty now feels like clarity. What used to confuse you now feels obvious. What used to require overthinking now requires only one moment of inner listening. Your intuition becomes a compass that not only points you forward, but also warns you when you are drifting off your true path. You might feel an immediate yes or no about opportunities, people, or plans. You may sense when someone's intentions are not aligned with your well-being. You may even feel your body reacting, tightening when something is wrong, and relaxing when something is right. This internal shift is one of the strongest signs that you are entering a new chapter of alignment. The supermoon did not simply enhance your intuition for spiritual growth. It enhanced it for protection, guidance, and elevation. It prepared you to walk into your purpose with clarity instead of confusion. The more you trust your intuition now, the stronger it becomes. The more you follow its guidance, the more accurately it will speak. The more you rely on it, the more natural it will feel to move through life without fear or doubt. But ignoring it will feel uncomfortable. It will feel like forcing yourself down a path that your spirit has already rejected. You will notice tension, hesitation, or an inner pull telling you something is off. That discomfort is not punishment. It is a signal that your intuition is too strong now to let you settle for anything misaligned. Your inner knowing is one of your greatest superpowers. The supermoon didn't just sharpen it, it activated it fully. Use it to make choices that honor who you are becoming. Use it to stay aligned with your path. Use it to recognize what is meant for you and what is not. Your intuition is no longer silent. It is your guide, your protection, and your truth. The sixth after effect of the December 6th supermoon is one of the most exciting and tangible. Life begins to shift in ways that feel subtle at first, but quickly become impossible to ignore. Small signs appear, almost like whispers from the universe, guiding you toward doors you didn't even realize were waiting to open. A message arrives just at the right moment. A conversation sparks a new idea. An opportunity is mentioned casually, and yet it feels significant. A door that was firmly closed suddenly cracks open, as if someone unseen is arranging circumstances in your favor. At first, it may feel coincidental or even random, but this is not chance. This is the energetic ripple effect of the supermoon at work, reshaping your world silently and powerfully. When you release old energy, when you let go of attachments that no longer serve you, opportunities naturally begin to appear. The stagnant paths that once blocked your progress suddenly shift. When your intuition sharpens, you notice opportunities that were always present but previously went unseen. When your personal power activates, hesitation dissolves, and you begin to act with confidence. When your circle changes, aligning only with those who support your growth, new avenues and possibilities emerge seemingly from nowhere. This after effect is movement, forward movement, momentum, progress. The energy of the supermoon encourages you to step into your next chapter, but it does so in a way that is gentle, guiding, and perfectly timed. It is vital not to dismiss these small signs. Don't ignore subtle coincidences. Don't brush off the quiet nudges that arrive in everyday life. A casual remark, a fleeting thought, or a sudden spark of inspiration may be exactly what you need to recognize the opportunity being placed before you. Each opportunity that comes your way is like a breadcrumb, leading you towards something larger, something more aligned with your purpose. The universe is rearranging circumstances to favor your growth. The path was always there, but it was locked behind outdated energy, fears, and old patterns. The supermoon released that energy, giving you the clarity, courage, and awareness to step forward. Your role in this process is not to chase blindly or to force circumstances to fit your expectations. Your role is to recognize, receive, and respond. Opportunities will come to you, but only those aligned with your new path. Some doors that remained closed for months or years are now opening naturally because the timing is perfect. The timing is crucial. The shifts that occur now are divinely orchestrated, ensuring that you step into situations with the right energy, the right mindset, and the right support. You may feel a sense of ease as opportunities begin to flow, and it is important to honor that sense. Your intuition, sharpened by the supermoon, will guide you to the choices that matter most. The doors opening now were locked before the supermoon. Now, they are yours. Step through them. Move forward. Trust that the timing is perfect and that each opportunity you recognize is a piece of a larger plan unfolding in your favor. This is not just change. This is alignment in motion. Your life is shifting and your future is beginning to reveal itself, one opportunity at a time. The seventh and final after effect of the December supermoon is not loud, dramatic, or overwhelming. Instead, it arrives quietly, steadily, and undeniably. It settles into your spirit like a truth you did not ask for, but somehow always knew was coming. It shows up as a subtle vibration in your chest, a gentle pressure that feels like anticipation rather than stress. You may feel it in your mind as a calm certainty, a quiet voice that whispers, "Something is about to shift." You may feel it deep in your spirit as an inner message you cannot fully explain, but cannot ignore either. This is not fear. This is not anxiety. This is not imagination. This is inner knowing, the most powerful after effect of the supermoon. It is the sense that your life is aligning with something bigger than your current circumstances. It is the realization that a new chapter is forming behind the scenes, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. You may find yourself waking up with a different energy. You may notice yourself thinking about your future in a way that feels clearer and more intentional. You may feel an unusual calmness, even if nothing around you has changed yet. This inner knowing is the supermoon's signature. It signals that a breakthrough is not only coming, it has already begun. You might not know the timing. You might not know how it will unfold. You might not know the form your blessing will take, but you can feel its approach. Something in your spirit recognizes the shift long before your physical world reveals it. That is why this feeling will not go away. It lingers, it deepens, it strengthens, it prepares you. Your inner environment begins transforming before your external environment catches up. You may notice your intuition getting louder, your thoughts becoming clearer, and your priorities shifting. This happens because your spirit senses what your eyes cannot yet see. Your life is stepping into a new season, a higher timeline, a new identity. The version of you that existed before the supermoon cannot walk into what is coming next. And that is why this after effect is so powerful. It is the bridge between the life you've lived and the life you are stepping into. It is the internal shift that must happen before the external transformation appears. You may find yourself detaching from things that once felt important. You may feel distant from old habits, old beliefs, or old connections. This is not you becoming cold. This is you becoming aligned. Your spirit is clearing space for what is trying to enter your life. The supermoon has activated a path that not everyone is meant to walk. Only those who have experienced this deep inner knowing, this unmistakable sense of impending change, are being aligned with something larger than themselves. That is why this sensation feels sacred, private, and powerful. It is not meant for everyone. It is meant for the ones who are ready. Something big is coming. Something long delayed is finally on its way. Something deeply aligned with your purpose is preparing to unfold. And your spirit already knows. This is the final after effect because it anchors everything else. Every shift, every awakening, every breakthrough begins here. With the unshakable inner knowing that your life is about to transform in ways you are finally ready to receive. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, chosen one, it's time to pause and truly absorb what has just unfolded. The supermoon's energy is not just a moment in the sky. It is a signal, a wake-up call, a door swinging open for those ready to step through. You've seen how it realigns your inner compass, releases the emotional weight you've been carrying, sharpens your intuition, and awakens a personal power that cannot be ignored. This is not coincidence. Every shift, every subtle nudge, every unexpected opportunity is carefully orchestrated. The universe is speaking to you, guiding you toward a path that aligns with your highest potential. But here's the truth: most people will never hear. Not everyone is ready for this. Most will ignore the signs, dismiss the feelings, and continue living on autopilot, blind to the forces that could transform their lives. You, however, are different. You've been called to notice, to feel, to act. And that is why it matters that you take a moment right now, reflect on the changes stirring inside you, recognize the opportunities appearing in your life, and honor the version of yourself that is stepping forward. This is your time to embrace clarity, courage, and purpose. The supermoon has set the stage, but it is your actions that will determine how far you rise. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt distract you. Listen to your inner knowing. Follow your intuition, and trust that every piece falling into place is part of a greater design meant for you alone. If this message resonated with you, chosen one, comment below and share what shift you are feeling. Your experience matters, and your awareness may inspire someone else to step into their own awakening. The doors have opened. The energies have shifted. Your life is ready to transform. Now step forward and claim what is waiting for you.